guys, it's Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's video is going to be my October empties, and I feel like I don't have a lot, not as much as I do some other months, but then again, we always know how these videos go for me, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't have any makeup, but I have like makeup-y things, so I'm gonna start with two samples, not very exciting. The first one is the Sharp Shape Tape. I have never tried, it's a sample. I've never tried anything from Shape Tape, either the foundation or the concealer, but I got this little card in a sample, as a sample in an order that I made. Guys, I think I'm a convert. I loved this concealer. I have the little thing here inside. I used the light medium. I don't know if you guys you can't see, but that was the best shade match for me. It looks like I might have still some in there, but since it was open like this, it dried out, so I couldn't use all of it. This one is light, it's too light for me. This one is tan, and I used a little bit of medium, but the same thing happened. I left it open and it dried out. But this one was a better shade for correcting spots on my face, whereas this one, the light medium, was better for my under eyes. But after I go through some of my concealers, I will definitely be purchasing this. I really love it, and I can see what the hype is of the people that talk about this. So very, very surprised about that. Not surprised, but impressed. Then I have this Shiseido Sports BB cream, I guess you can say. When I first got this, I thought it was sunscreen, and I'm not a big fan of the Shiseido sunscreens. They tend to be, for me, they tend to be a little bit greasy, and they kind of interfere with my makeup, so I didn't have high hopes for this. But once I opened it and I saw that it had color to it, this is in the shade medium, and it was a perfect match for me. A little bit too dark, but I just looked like I had a tan when I wore this. I was able to make it work. I liked it. I would consider purchasing this again in the full size, or not again, but purchasing it in the full size. But after I go through some of my BB creams / foundations, really enjoyed it. Plus this has SPF 50, and it's wet force, so I'm guessing it's water resistant. I don't know. Then I have this little sample of the New Lash lash growing serum. I've used this for about, I want to say, I don't know, a few months, 2-3 months, and I feel like it doesn't deposit anymore. The brush as it is tiny on this thing. It's tiny. It just goes over your eyelashes, like your lash line, and I love it. I am seeing great results. My eyelashes are super long. I want to say I have average length lashes. They're not short, but they're not long either. They're like just there. They look normal. With a good mascara, they look pretty long, but now that I've been using this serum, they are definitely longer, and they are definitely a little bit fuller. So I find myself, when I'm wearing my glasses, like my lashes touching the frame of the glasses. So this is definitely working. I'm working on my second tube right now, and I'm definitely gonna miss it once it's done. Then I have something that could be like makeup / skincare. I have this Milk Makeup Hero Salve. I was originally using this as a lip balm. This is kind of like a lip balm. It's just a tub, kind of like Carmex. That would be the best example that I could give you guys. But as you guys can see, I finished it up, and the way that I finished was putting it on my elbows. I don't know if you guys remember, I had really ugly like scabbing and scarring here on my elbows from the gym. I have like a little dark mark there from where I had the ugly scab. But I was applying this every night over those like wounds, I guess you can say, and it really helped to heal them. And I haven't gotten them anymore, and I'm still doing the same exercises. So very happy. I really like this. I would purchase this. It's kind of expensive though. It's $12 for this little tub, but it's multi-use. You can use it on your lips, you can use it as cuticle treatment, you can use it as a moisturizer for your hands, or any part of the body that needs extra moisture, maybe your heels if they're very dry and cracked. I really liked it, recommended. I would repurchase. Then something very sad, my eyelash curler broke. It just kind of like snapped, and of course it happened while I had it on my eye. Scariest thing in my life. I haven't repurchased. This is, I don't know if I've said, this is a tweezer man. I bought this during a Sephora VIB sale. I want to say about 3 years ago. It's still curled fine, but I guess I squeeze it really tight, and eventually this thing, it didn't snap. It kind of like just kind of like went like out, and I try to bend it back into shape, and that's when it snapped. I haven't purchased an eyelash curler. I've been using a spoon. I forgot how well it works using a spoon to curl your eyelashes. Maybe I'll buy one, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm gonna start the rest of the empties with shower stuff because I feel like I have a lot of that. I have this body wash from the Lucky brand, Lucky You. This is the shower gel to the fragrance. It smells exactly like the fragrance. It smells really good. It makes me want to buy the fragrance. This reminds me of like my high school years because this was like super popular back when I was in high school. Bought it at Marshall's for, I think it says, yeah, $4.99. It was a really nice shower gel. It lathered really nice. The scent kind of lingered on your body, but it didn't compete with any other perfume or body spray that I wore. I didn't dry out my skin. Usually products that come with a fragrance tend to dry your skin a little bit because of how fragrant they are, but this one didn't. Really liked it. If I saw it again at Marshall's, I would think twice about purchasing it. I really, really did like it. And then I have a little sample here from Empties. This is in the pomegranate scent. It's a little sample, 3 ounces. This is also the body wash, and this one smelled really good. I purchased this, well, I didn't purchase this. This came in an Ulta goodie bag. I love it. I would repurchase again. Empties, again, very moisturizing. It didn't dry on my skin. It lathered really nice, and of course the scent was really, really good. I would totally think about repurchasing this. I have one body scrub. This is from Bath and Body Works. This is one of those clay scrubs in the wild berry and chamomile scent. I like this one. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It feels like sand in there now that it's dry. Not my favorite type of scrub. This is kind of like the soft scrub that I use after taking a bath. If you guys didn't know, I like to have 2 types of scrubs in my shower. One exfoliating for when I'm self-tanning, shaving my legs, scrubbing my heels, things like that. And one that's a little bit softer, not as abrasive. For after I take a bath, I like to use a body scrub on my whole body. And this one was the one that I used for after my bath because it wasn't very abrasive. So I have, I think, 2 more in this line. I don't think they're available anymore, but still, if they were, I wouldn't repurchase. Then I have this container here of bath salts. This is from Village Naturals Therapy. This is the concentrated mineral bath soak in the eucalyptus menthol scent. It smells just like Vicks. Oh, whoa. I went really inside my sinuses. It smells just like Vicks Vapor Rub. I love this for taking baths when I'm really, really sore, or after I know I had a big workout, or after I started getting to running again finally. So after a big race, I like to soak in the bath using these. I could smell this all day. I love them. I would totally repurchase again. Right now I'm using some from Dr. Teal's. These are more concentrated than the ones from Dr. Teal. So this container lasts me significantly longer than a bag of Dr. Teal's. The Dr. Teal's ones you have to use a lot, but I still like them. But anyway, I've used these before and I've repurchased them many times, and I will continue to repurchase. I went through 3 lotions, 2 samples, and a full size. The full size is from Bath and Body Works in the Endless Weekend. I forgot how much I like this. It smells really nice, really fresh. I think this was a limited edition from the spring, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'll stock up when the semi-annual sale happens in December, but I love it. We'll continue to repurchase Bath and Body Works lotions. Really, really like them. Then I have this little one from Josie Marin. This is the whipped argan oil in the scent Vanilla Apricot. Used every last bit of this. I have, I think, 2 or 3 more of these little tubs. These usually I get them from like the Sephora Favorites kits. If you guys didn't see my previous video where I talk about me buying everything in kits, that's why I buy them. Anyway, what was I saying? Every time I use this, I think I would purchase the full size, but then I think about how much the full size costs, and it kind of like makes me, think about it twice. So I don't know. I'm very happy that I have 2 more, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll buy the full size, but I don't know. Then I have this another mini one. This also came in a Sephora Favorites kit. This is from Kiehl's. This is the Creme de Corps. What is it? Body butter? Body lotion? I don't know. I want to love this, but there's nothing there. As you guys can see, I scraped everything out, but like the container's kind of like that color. I want to love this, but it's nothing special. Like, a lot of people rave about this and they hype it up a lot, but for me, it's just an okay moisturizer. I like the one from Josie Maran better than the one from Kiehl's. So I know this one's pretty pricey as well. So if I was gonna spend my money on an expensive moisturizer, I would go with the Josie Maran one. The Kiehl's I'm just not a fan of. Oh look, I have another body scrub. This is from Kopari. This is the coconut oil, coconut crush scrub from Kopari. I use this, smells really nice. This is another one that was a kind of like a soft scrub, so there wasn't much in here, so I only got like 2 uses out of it. I wanted to love this because it smells really nice and it feels really good, but it feels like it doesn't have enough like scrubby particles. It felt like it might have a lot once I put it in my hands, but once I started rubbing it on my body, it kind of dissolved really fast, and I felt particles just here and there. I didn't feel like they were scrubby enough to scrub my body. So even though it didn't leave, it's one of those kind of like greasy, not greasy, but it's a moisturizing scrub, if there is such a thing. And it left my skin feeling very smooth and moisturized, but that's not enough for me to warrant. I'm pretty sure the full size of this thing is expensive, so it's not enough for me to purchase the full size because I wasn't a fan of. So if it was a little bit scrubbier, maybe I would purchase it and use it as a gentle scrub for all over my body, but unfortunately it just didn't work for me. I have one soap, a lot of bathroom stuff, but now that I'm looking at it. This is a soap from Bath & Body Works in the scent Fresh Lemonade. This soap was in the kitchen, used it up. It's a foaming hand soap. I love Bath & Body Works hand soaps. They're my favorite. Will continue to repurchase. I have a deodorant from Tarte. This is the Clean Queen vegan deodorant. I love this. Has become my favorite deodorant. Now that I used it up, I am using one from Kopari that came. I bought a Kopari kit during the Sephora Friends and Family sale, 20% sale. So I bought a kit that came with a moisturizer, deodorant, and lip balm and all that stuff. So once I use this one, I'm using the one from Kopari. I'm still forming my opinion on that deodorant, but this one for sure is my favorite. I love it. I've used it even in the 100+ degree weather here. I didn't smell, I didn't sweat. Really like it. I will continue to repurchase. I would recommend it to anyone. Something boring, I used this Renew Advanced Formula contact solution. This is just a regular saline solution for whenever I need to rinse my contacts really fast, because with the Clear Care solution, that's I'm thinking carbon monoxide, but that's not the word. Hydrogen peroxide solution, so you can't like rinse your lenses if you're in a hurry. You need a regular saline solution, and that's what I use this for. So it's a fine saline solution. I'm not picky with saline solutions, so I would repurchase if I needed to. I think I purchased this because I had a coupon, and that's usually how I buy my saline solutions, but this one worked okay, got the job done, would reuse it. I have 2 facial sprays here. This one from Mario Badescu is the facial spray with aloe herbs and rose water. It's the pink one, and this is the big one, the big size one, the 8 ounces. And I use this sometimes on my face, most of the time to wet my beauty blender when I was very lazy to go to the bathroom and wet my beauty blender or whatever sponge I'm using. This is very nice, smells really great. It's nice to refresh my face sometimes after my skincare routine. But like I said, I would say like 80% of the time I used it to wet my beauty blender. It's very inexpensive. I like how it smells and what it does for my skin, so I would consider repurchasing it. And this one from Caudalie, it's the Beauty Elixir, and this one I used in my like to spray on my face excuse me, before my skincare routine. So I would wash my face, pat dry it, and then spritz this on my face. I don't think it did anything special. I didn't notice anything different in my skin while adding this to my skincare routine. So I have like 2 or 3 more of these, so I gotta use them. So that's how I'm using them. Oral care, used up another toothpaste from Crest. This is the Pro Health Advanced Deep Clean Mint. Worked fine. And then finally I used the second pack of this Oral-B dental floss that I hate. I will go back to using the other, I can't remember the line, but it's a different packaging. I've used many of those. It got the job done, but not my favorite. I don't know, I mean, it's dental floss. How picky you get with dental floss, right? I have 2 whole makeup remover things. This is from Kate Somerville. I mentioned in my previous video I'm a fan of Kate Somerville, but this is the Cold Cream Moisturizing Cleanser and Makeup Remover. I have 2 of these little guys. They came as samples One was like a gift with purchase, like with a code, and the other one came in a little like Kate Somerville kit. It was weird though because I got them maybe like a month apart, and one was very dry and the other one was very moussey. So one of them was sitting in the warehouse wherever they had them for longer than the other one because the consistency was definitely different, but the work performed well. It was nice because it kind of reminded me of like using Pond's cold cream all over your face, but then you just kind of rinse it in the shower or in the sink. I was using my makeup eraser towel to remove this. I would just wet it and that's how I took everything off. I didn't find the need to cleanse my face. I've mentioned many times that I like to double cleanse using a makeup remover and then a facial cleanser, but with this one and the makeup eraser, I felt like I didn't need to. It really removed everything. It was very gentle on my eyes. It didn't burn my eyes. This removed everything very nicely. There wasn't a lot of tugging on my skin. I liked it, but I have to say that I prefer my cleansing oils over this. So while I liked it, I wouldn't invest in the full size because it's Kate Somerville and I'm sure it's an investment and I'm sure it's expensive. So glad that I got to try them out, but not for me, not on the full size. I would gladly use another sample, don't get me wrong, but I just wouldn't spend my own money on it. Then while we're talking about makeup remover, I used up a pack of these Chorus Milk Proteins makeup wipes, and you're wondering, why are you making that face? Well, I bought these in Greece when I went in the summer. I think I bought them, where were we? It was in one of the islands, I can't remember. We were just shopping but the store on the streets, and then you just walked into like a random, like it looked like a pharmacy. They had makeup and skincare and they had Chorus there. And so I bought a couple of wipes. They were €7. I don't know if you guys can see the little sticker there. I love these. I used to use these years ago. And I used to buy them at Sephora. But then they kind of got discontinued. They have the pomegranate one still, but not the milk proteins. And I had searched for them online everywhere for the milk proteins and I could not find them anywhere. And I found them on the other side of the globe. I bought a couple of packs, so I've used the first one. Very sad I only have one pack left. I'm gonna have to go back to Greece to buy them. But I love these. They smelled really nice. They're very soft, moisturizing. They really remove your makeup. I love these. And I kind of want to keep it because it has like Greek writing on the packaging. It's just one of those things that it takes you back to the place of where you were when you bought them. So very sad to have one done, but I'm glad that I got to use them again. So it's kind of like a bittersweet feeling. Let's talk about skincare, shall we? I have a bunch of like deluxe size mini things. I'm gonna start with, well, let's start with serums. I have 3 deluxe size serum packets. I have the Time in a Bottle from Philosophy. I've used this before. I love it. I would totally repurchase this in the full size. Super expensive though. But I have a lot of serums right now that I don't need to, but I love it, would repurchase. Then I have this Juice Beauty Stem Cellar Anti-Wrinkle Booster Serum. How did I feel about this one? I can't really smell anything. I don't remember this one, so I guess it wasn't as great as I thought. Then I have this one from First Aid Beauty. This is the Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum, and this one was interesting because when I think of serum, it's either kind of like oily or liquidy or a little bit creamy, milky type consistency. This one came out in a gel form. I could literally like put it on my skin and flip my hand over and it would stay stuck to my fingers, like nothing would drip. So it was an interesting consistency, but it was very hydrating and I did like that. It didn't have any scent. And I think First Aid Beauty is known for like not adding any extra scents to their products, but I would repurchase. I really did like it. Used it, all these serums I used morning and night, so neither one of these 3 interfered with my makeup in the mornings whenever I was getting ready. But this one took me by surprise, again, because of the consistency and because it didn't have any scent. So I liked it. I would consider purchasing in the full size. Then I have 2 eye creams. One is from Lancome. This is the Energy DV Illuminating Anti-Fatigue Cooling Eye Gel. Because it was cooling, I only used it during the day. And I felt like it would help me if I woke up with any puffiness. So this was my daytime eye cream. It worked fine, very moisturizing, but not to the standards but the quality, I would say, of Algenist. That's my favorite eye cream of all time. And then I have this little sample from Kate Somerville. This is the Plus Retinol Firming Eye Cream. Really liked it. The only thing that I noticed with this was whenever I did some sort of peel or exfoliating on my skin, whenever I put this on, it would burn on the area. So that's the only thing with this one, but I liked it. Then for face moisturizers, I used up this e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. I really did enjoy this one. I added a few oils from my L'Oreal Daily, what is it called? Oh, I don't remember. It's like a dry oil moisturizer type thing that has SPF. And since this one doesn't have any SPF and it doesn't even have any anti-aging properties, it's just moisturizer. I would add a few drops of those to my moisturizer, and I would use it for the daytime, or I would add some of my nude oil or the oil from Fresh, the strawberry seed something, if I used it at night. So I could use it either both day and night, just kind of like the oil that I added to this changed a little bit. But I liked it. I would repurchase, and it's very inexpensive because it's e.l.f. So really took me by surprise because I didn't think it would be that good of a quality. Then I have this moisturizer from Too Cool for School, I think that's the name. This is the all-in-one egg mellow cream. This is a facial moisturizer. Worked okay, nothing great. And then I have this from Belief. This is the True Cream Aqua Bomb. I love the Aqua Bomb. I don't like the regular one. I like this one. This one was kind of like a blue gel in consistency. I love it. I have multiple samples of these, so I will keep using it as I'm going through my samples, but I would consider purchasing this in the full size. I really liked it. As long as we're talking about skincare, let me see. I used up this last treatment from, this is all in like Japanese or Korean or I don't know, but it's a blackhead steam pore pack. I used it all over my face, not just on like my T-zone. And it's weird because once you applied it on your skin, as you were like rubbing it in, it kind of warms up. It's a very interesting consistency, a very interesting feeling. How did I get this? I think this came in a Sephora Favorites kit. You guys see a pattern here in the Soko to Tokyo kit from either last year or 2 years ago, but finally I used it. It had to have been last year. Pretty sure it was last year. I finally used the last one of them. I liked them okay, but I don't think I would repurchase. Then I have from Dr. Dennis Gross? I don't know. Smooth and Polish for perfect makeup. These are the Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel pads. This came with 5 little packs in here. I used them all. Really like these. I noticed that whenever I use these, my skin felt like baby butt smooth. Really, really nice. I would totally consider purchasing these in the full size. I've used many like boxes like this before, but I know I have other exfoliating pads that I need to use before going into purchasing this in the full size. That's one of my goals really for next year, is to really work on my collection and just have like full size of things that I really enjoy, and that would be one of the things that I would purchase. Then I have these under eye patch from Tarte. These are the Pack Your Bags 911 under eye rescue patches. They're like a little bit like a little jelly under eye pads. They're very cooling, but other than that, I don't see, you know, much benefit to using those. Then I have 2 masks, one from Karuna. This is the Exfoliating Plus Face Mask. Worked really nice. I liked it. Moisturized my skin fine. And this is from, oh God, I don't know. I bought this during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, but I don't know the brand. But this is the White Milk Mask. Very moisturizing. It didn't smell kind of funky or anything. I was worried about the smell, but it didn't. It actually smelled really nice. It actually felt really nice. My skin felt very moisturized afterwards. So I have a whole pack of them, so I will continue to reuse them. Then for hair care, I used the Not Your Mother's Smooth Moves First Control Hair Cream. This is very sticky, and I mentioned in my last Empties video that I'm using texturizing sprays and styling products that are very sticky as hair gel or hairspray. Because I want to go through my collection before I actually buy like actual hairspray. And so this was one of them. It took me forever. I only needed a little bit. And I used it for my hair because I have short hair. It worked okay. Didn't like it. I tried using that when I had long hair and I didn't like it, so I know that I would never purchase that in the full size. And then I have this wave spray. This also I use as a hairspray. I have used this before for when I had long hair, and it worked nice. Not as nice as the Verb sea salt spray, but it really left my hair very wavy when I used it. For this time around though, I used it as hairspray. It's not very sticky or crunchy, but it does the job of holding my hair back and sticking it back. So I used it like that. And then for the last thing, I finally remembered to save the pack of my hair dye. This is the dye that I always buy. This is from L'Oreal, the Excellence Cream hair dye. That's not the color that I buy, 4A. I think it's just 4, the color that I buy, but they had run out and I had my grays were showing a lot. I want to say I'm not very old, but I've had gray hair since I was like 23 years old. I'm not like full head of white, but I do get a lot of gray hairs, especially if I part my hair in the middle. I have like a cluster of like gray hairs right here. So I'm pretty self-conscious about that. So I do dye my hair, but that's the color that I use this time. It's a little bit darker than I usually use. So I guess just next time I will buy the correct color. So that's that. And then I have some home fragrance things. The first thing that I'm gonna show you guys is wax melts from Better Homes and Garden in the rainy spring day. This smells really nice. A little bit of a cologne scent, but you guys see that I finished. The only thing about these wax melts is that they don't last very long. Maybe within 5 days the scent is gone. So I went through these very, very fast. I want to try some from Candles by Victoria, but I'm gonna wait until she has a sale. I think I have 3 more of these. They're also from Walmart, from the Better Homes and Gardens. But like I said, they don't last very long. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have them featured in my next empties. But these smell really nice. Then I used up 3 candles. Now that it's nice and cool, I can burn candles during the day. In the summer, I don't really use candles because I feel like the house gets hotter. But now finally, it's been like maybe the past week and a half, it's been rainy and cloudy, and finally after like 10 days we have sun. Anyway, rant over. This candle's from Bath & Body Works. This is the lemon mint leaf. Oh, it smells really nice. You guys can see that wick gave out first, and then this one, and then finally that one. The bad thing about Bath & Body Works candles, you guys know, is that they don't burn all the way down. So I still purchase them though. They have a really good throw, especially that one. And the bad thing though, that they do burn out really, really fast. At least me, since I leave them on for long periods of time. Then I have this candle from DW Home in the birthday cake scent. They smell just like cupcakes. It smells really good. I usually like to burn this with a coffee scented candle, but I haven't found any coffee scented candles that I like. Last year I bought one from Yankee Candle and it smelled like Tootsie Rolls. It was horrible. I don't like Tootsie Rolls. Really liked it. I would repurchase. And then last but not least, hold on. I have this candle. How beautiful this container is. This is, of course, it's a pineapple scented candle. It smells like a pina colada. It smells really nice. I wanted to keep it and save it as a container, but I broke it. I was being so careful about not like breaking it before this video that when I was coming to film with my stuff, I was holding it from just like back here, and then like maybe like 2-3 inches before I put this on the floor, like this part fell off and it broke. So now I can't use it. Oh, I mean, I could possibly like super glue it together, but it's like it's chipped, and then like you could tell that it's broken, and my OCD is not gonna like that, because there's some parts that like are missing like a little piece, and that's gonna bother me a lot. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I'm very sorry. It's my fault that I broke it. But it burned really well. Look at that. It burned all the way down. It only left that little bit of wax around the edge. So I bought this at Marshall's when it was on clearance for $10. So maybe next spring they'll have this again and I can repurchase it. But for now I have to just get rid of it. So anyway, guys, that is it. That's my empties for the month of October. Good Lord, it's 40 minutes long. I will try to edit it a lot better, chop off all the nonsense That way you guys can watch it at a better length. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.